Hey, Shirley. You're on mute.
Good morning. At least
How are you?
here where I am. I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm well. I'm sitting here hosting lobby. I have me day here. Can you hear us?
I
Okay.
can,
Okay,
yes.
great. Hey, Danny, we're here with Shirley. And there's other sessions too, but happy to chat if you'd like. There's the three other sessions to join.
Okay. Um, well, was, I'm kind of one of those who, when the conversation gets going, I either jump in or just to listen. So we'll see if we'll see if
Yeah.
there's any other people, or I'll maybe try
Yeah. I
to.
mean, we're here as well. Mita's also here. Mita's
Hey sis, how are you? Good
I'm
to see
fine. How are
you.
we're
you?
hanging
Good to
out.
see you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
listen.
saw you at AFP in Toronto.
Yes, I remember. I remember. Yeah, good to see you.
Good
So
to see you.
actually, you know what? This is really good because we get to have an intimate conversation, and part of also what we wanted to do in this session was just to have an open conversation with folks around their experience of Black philanthropy.
Yeah.
You know, we all are going through life thinking about ourselves, as I said before, but also thinking about community. So, what are some of those kind of, where are you at now? What are some of those things emerging in your world that are giving you kind of pause for thought or opening the door to further contemplation about your role as a Black philanthropist? Let's put it that way.
Sure. Well, I am development officer, chief development officer at Community Legal Aid. I am in Akron, Ohio, which is close to Cleveland. I've been a fundraiser for over 20 years. I don't see much really in terms of Black philanthropy other than myself, and so what gives me reason to reach out and connect when I see these opportunities is that over the course of the history of my career, there seeing people like me, Black people involved, has been a rarity. But over the most recent 3, 4, 5 years, we're beginning to populate philanthropy in a more visible way, and more of us are becoming involved. So that is really nice. I'm glad to have lived long enough to see that happen. Um, in in um, in the community where I live, our um, Akron Community Foundation just recently began a um, Black Giving Fund, and so that's really brand new. We have the organization community. The Community Foundation for Akron
Right.
has probably a committee of about 4 or 5 people, and they're reaching out and just trying to get people to contribute and think about giving specifically to a fund for Black philanthropy. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
but other than that, for me, it's, it's so, I don't want to say new because it's not really new in reality, but in my fundraising role, it has always been for me a just being alone and being
Yeah.
just it wasn't even a topic that I dared to raise, and
Yeah.
now here we are, and that's what brings me to these opportunities. I read and have a copy of Collecting Courage, and
Uh,
so that is also a resource for me.
And that sense of isolation that you describe, sis, is real for all of
Yeah.
us who are in white spaces,
Yeah.
white countries,
Yeah,
white workplaces, you name it.
Yeah.
That sense of when we are the only one,
Yeah.
and just how we feel that we stick out, but also it's the discomfort is quite visceral. You
Yeah.
yeah,
feel it in your body. You feel it in your mind, you feel it in your bones. And the thing that I have found to be the most important for me, my sister actually told me once, remember the conversation we were in?
Yes.
Because I was talking about how I had never actually felt that I belonged.
Yep. Anywhere.
And she said to me, you know, brother, but you belong to us.
To us.
Oh,
I was just like, oh, that's all I need.
Yes.
So,
We were there.
So, Sister Shirley, I want to tell you that you may not feel like you belong in your environment.
Yes.
But I want to tell you that you belong to us.
You do.
For sure.
You are not one of one, you are one of many.
Yeah.
that's so meaningful and very meaningful. Very
Yeah.
meaningful. Thank you for saying that.
Yeah.
You're most welcome. And I think we have to kind of remind ourselves that we're part of a bigger community, especially at those moments when we feel isolated. We're part of a bigger community. And so, I don't know if you do this, but for me, when I am feeling like I'm out there and maybe not connected, I call folks.
Yes.
I start.
Yes.
Excuse me. I start
Pick up
to
the
message
phone.
them.
Yes.
I set up meetings.
Mm-hmm.
Because, it's the only remedy for isolation
Sure.
is to be back in community.
Yeah.
And my brothers and sisters know that about me as well. When they don't hear from me, when they don't see me, they're like, okay, we need to bring our brother back.
Yes.
Because he's gone.
Yes.
Right?
I love that. Yeah.
Yeah, because that's the nature of work. That's the nature of trying to make a living. And,
I mean, that's the wheel that we're on. And, the colonizers, you said you're in Ohio, so you're in the United States. That's how you destroy a family or a unit or a community, is by taking it apart, right? By dismantling it. So that is ingrained within us. For those of us that live in the United States, that's what we were taught. That's what, when we got here, that's what they did to us. And that's what we do, is we're like, get to a community as quickly as possible and make it so that you can establish roots, so that you can create, generational wealth. What our sister in South Africa was saying is, the trusts and the wills. And what we say, generational wealth, as quickly as possible. And what we do by nature then, because what we were taught is we separate ourselves from each other because we're trying to get out as quickly as possible. And we need to be reminded, as Mide was saying, reach out. We are a community. We are not isolated. There are billions of us across the globe. And, with, technology now, we can be connected instantly and reminded so quickly that we are not alone, that this fight is not alone, and that we will continue to fight together in community and uprise together. We always do, and we always have. So I think that is, and Giving Black, I found it 2 years ago. I think I came in on the second year and was like, there's so many of us. Like, oh my goodness, we're told all the time that Black people invented philanthropy and that we are the leaders in philanthropy. And when I'm from Los Angeles, so I have a large community of folks, but again, we're spaced out.
Yeah.
I'm like, where are these people at? Like, where are we at? Why are we not in these spaces? Why are we not together? I don't see Black philanthropy. I can feel its impact at times, but I don't see it.
Yeah.
So to then be introduced to a network, to a community, it's like more and more doors open, more and more lights come on, where you're like, it's not just this one space. It's not just me. It is not just, I'm not just receiving the benefits of Black philanthropy. I am giving, and I am watching my community give. And it's not a matter of it's not there, or I have to look super hard. It's there, literally reaching out. It's creating the communities that we always have. So I'm so glad you joined this room.
Oh, me too. That's very powerful. That's another thing that we're taught is don't bother anybody. Just kind of stay face forward, head down, and just do what you're doing. Don't take it. You don't want to be a bother.
Right. Also taught, right? We are taught in the United States as the enslaved people around the globe. Do not bother anyone else. Put your head down and get your job done.
Right.
Don't bring any attention to you. Absolutely. Make sure you have a co-signer if you're going to do anything. No. We were smart before they told us we were smart. What do you mean? No, I'm not going to put my head down. I am going to reach out to my community. I'm going to do the exact same thing that you've told me I cannot do, but you do.
Yeah.
And I'm going to reach out and create my community without your consent, because I don't need it. I never needed it.
Yes, love that.
practically the term I reject the most, minority.
Yes,
Mm,
I
I'm not a
refuse.
minority.
I refuse.
no, yes,
Absolutely not. Where I come from, I am the majority.
yes,
And
yes.
so that, that there are some of those terms, sis, that come into the lexicon that are actually there to intentionally minimize us as Black people. And ethnic minority or minority is what,
Yes,
right? Because
Yeah.
if you're a minority, you're minor,
Yes.
right?
you're right.
Oh, I'm majority, so I must be major.
Right.
You understand what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah,
I
yeah.
take up the
There
space.
you
Yeah,
go.
yeah. Words make a difference. I mean, they really are, whether we think about them consciously or not, they enter our subconscious and really impact how we walk and
That's right.
behave and think and
That's right.
speak. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
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 And that's, I think, the thing that we need help, not pity from those that are not us, right? That's what we need. We need your help. We don't need you to pity us. We don't need you to say we're a minority. We don't need you to remind us that you created the marginalization that we feel every day. What we need is for you to help and to say, dang, you're right. We kind of messed up. We made a mistake. And this notion that it's, oh, but that's going to be too hard. No, it's not. It's going to be uncomfortable and you don't like that.
Yeah.
And you need to just say that. You're uncomfortable. And when we occupy these spaces, when they tell us, oh, figure it out when you are a team of one, that is a testament to their need to still be the major, to still be the majority. So no, I'm not a team. I'm not a one of one. I will go out and I will do this. I will not harm myself in doing this. But I'm going to tell you, I'm not a minority. I am not less than. I do not need you to co-sign what I know is the truth. I can show up and make an impact. And the reality is, I need your help.
Yeah.
That's what I need. I need your help. That's what I need. When you come to me and you say, what do you need? Your help.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
Right.
it. Not your pity, not your, oh, that sounds really difficult. I need your help. And here's how we can do this together. Don't question me. Please do it with me.
Yeah.
Stand alongside me.
Be engaged and
Yes.
be interested and being helpful.
Absolutely. Don't lip service me. I don't want to hear that. I need you to help.
Yeah.
And there was something said earlier. I take notes. Those closest to the problem have the solution because they see the problem from every angle.
Sure.
So as Black people, we know the solutions to our communities. And once again, we need your help over here to remove the barrier so that we can solve it. We can solve the problem. We got it. We know how to do it. Remove the barrier so that we can do it.
Right.
That's
Right.
what we need. So, and those barriers are, people say that they're unique. They are not. They are actually, it's universal what the barrier is.
Right.
Pride, greed, capitalism, oppression, supremacy.
Yeah.
So removing those barriers is not hard. It's uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm. And, I wonder if we can shift the conversation also to, just the theme of our conference. It was very intentional that we came up with this theme. And actually, Sister Jade, you came up with the theme of change makers
and culture shifters.
Right? With these kind of two seemingly paradoxical, but yet very, very complementary perspectives and approaches to philanthropy. Let's talk about what needs to change. And let's talk about the culture that we are going to bring to affect that change. So I want to kind of just ask you, Sis, having heard us speak, being part of the conference, what are those kind of change steps, sort of those culture shifts that you think you can make in your community, albeit that you're isolated perhaps and the only, but we're all in this space of being the only quite a few times. But what are some of those thoughts that come to mind around, okay, here's what I think I can do, or here's what's happening already? You spoke about the Black Philanthropy network, or the work that is happening there.
Yes, and so I think that might be my opportunity to join in and help with that, be visible in the community, and working in as a development person. I in this community, we have a very philanthropic community, and but it is seen as philanthropy the traditional way. And so it's an opportunity to be involved with lifting up involvement to give and to think about Black people involved with, with giving. Aside from that, though, and I think that can be it. It's always tempting to try to wonder about something larger, or what can I do to make a shift. And I just think that small changes and taking steps consistently and intentionally will be effective. So with that said, for me, it's going to be exactly what we talked about just before, shifting, connecting with others, and feeling stronger and more confident internally, I think will give me the wherewithal to have a presence, so that my mere presence will be a cultural shift in the community. Those are my thoughts.
I love that.
Yeah, I think that's fantastic. Like, for anything to happen, first we've got to show up.
Yes.
Things don't happen from our armchairs in the natural kind of order of things, right? We actually have to get up and go. And I love the fact that you were thinking about actually taking those steps. And I always think in terms of because you can see where you want to be and where you want to go, and that's affirming. But it's really like, what are those steps that I need to take now? And they're often quite small steps.
I agree.
They're always doable, right? They're like, at times, yes, we do take giant steps. I agree. But for me, it's the steady accumulation of the small steps that leads to big things that I am most curious about. So I don't have to win everything all at once today, but I know that there is this one thing I can do today that, maybe in a few weeks or a month or whenever, if I keep doing it, I'm going to see some real change.
Yes. So there is a, not the podcast, but the, where you can listen to all of the songs.
Oh, the playlist.
The playlist.
Yes.
And so it would be nice to have a list of either daily or weekly or monthly, either mantras or small steps or some kind of a map, roadmap to think about, to implement. If you don't have thoughts of your own right off, maybe something that will trigger you to think about doing something small every day or every week.
Now, Sister Jade is the queen of mantras.
I got you, guys.
I
got you.
I see that sister putting out mantras like 2-3 times a day sometimes.
Yes.
Where would I find that, Sister Jade?
I will add you on LinkedIn. I do my one-line wisdoms every day.
I love that. I need it.
I schedule them. So, and I try to move stuff around, but I schedule them intentionally. And people will reach out and, just ask for, can you, just give me some words of encouragement. I feel that is lost in our community, these words of affirmation. Yes. And we don't want to ask for it because we feel bad saying, can you hype me up? I will absolutely hype you up. What do you need? If you don't ask for what you need, I am not a mind reader. If you don't ask, I can't hear you.
Right.
So,
right.
I put them out every day just to see thank you.
To
see, who needs it? Who needs it in that moment? And you take what you need. That is truly what philanthropy is. You take what you need, not anything more. So when you need it, ask for it.
All right.
Yeah, so find me on LinkedIn. Yes, you'll start to see them. They come up, and then I have some thoughts. You just said a roadmap, so I have some thoughts, some things that we're kind of working on in the background some thoughts to maybe help folks even more in our communities, more targeted approaches. So
Wonderful.
look for that on LinkedIn. And then if you want to follow me on LinkedIn.
All right, I will do that. Yes, yes, yes.
We have some other folks too. We have Kamara. Oh, she just left. Brother Quake, who's here. Let's see. I don't know how to get. I don't know if he can see us or hear us. He might have just joined us. There. Let's click out of here.
But while we're there, I want to ask you a question. Sis Shirley, what do you think about our gear here?
I like that. I like it a lot. Where do I get the merch?
Okay, you know what? Thank you.
Yes.
Two answers to this question. If you go, okay, so how do you get the merch? Actually, that's a really good question. We're on Shopify. We're on the Shopify platform.
Okay.
The Giving Black marketplace.
Yes.
And I think I have a link, but it will take me a moment to get there. That's the first. But then, secondly, I actually would love to gift you one of these T-shirts.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you. Oh, awesome.
A T-shirt. So please, how do we get your address, your shipping address? We'll pop it in the post to you.
Can you give us your email in this chat box?
Yeah, give us your
Absolutely.
Yeah, just give us your email, and then,
all right.
We'll get it dispatched to you.
So I'll give you everything.
Okay, and then I'll let you know where you can find some other Giving Black.
There's some other cool stuff.
Well, absolutely.
Water bottles, mugs, sweaters. I mean, it's quite warm right now, but sweater weather is coming.
All right.
There we go. So how do I get this to?
You can put it in the chat room, and then I can see it.
Okay, so I have to join the chat room.
Or you can drop it in that chat, and then people have the link.
Okay, Sis Shirley, if you look in the chat.
S. Smith, I'm going to keep you.
In the main chat, I just put the Giving Black Marketplace link.
Okay.
Do you see it?
In
the main chat, it's at the top of your screen, and it should say comments.
Okay. I am always the one who is.
All right, but I think you know why you can't see it, because we're in a breakout room.
But when I go back,
all converge, you'll see it for sure. A link from me, and there you can explore. And please share this link with your network as well. But
I will.
Okay, so we've got your email. Did you?
Yes, I have both your emails. Right. So they're .org, gmail.org, and then smith@communitylegal.org. So we'll email you on the back end.
Yes.
And then get your shipping information and ship you one of these.
So I think we have them in medium and large. Yeah, medium and large.
Medium it's fine.
Medium, brilliant. Okay, so we'll get that shipped out to you this week.
So I left out Community Legal Aid, the whole word, and the first email. So use the second one.
Okay, legalaid.org. Okay.
Yeah.
I will copy these. Okay, I got you in there.
All right.
See, more folks are joining us.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they're coming in, and I see. Tao's here.
Tao, are you there? Can you hear us? Can you see us? How are you?
And then event staff. Tim, I see Tim, you're in here. But Tim, we don't know how to get other people on the screen. There you are. Okay. There's more folks. I see it.
They just have to hit share.
It's on them.
It's on them.
Okay.
It's on them. Empowerment.
Yeah.
It's at the bottom of the screen, so they can.
It should, or even they actually should see a nice blue bar at the very top.
Oh, okay.
And I know this is happening because there's other chats. We got lots of folks.
Yeah.
Like, it's a hopping. There's some hopping stuff.
I saw there was like 90 folks.
See, there we go. Yay! And it should be noted that the networking, whereas that's one-on-one, there's at least 100 people doing that.
Wow.
Stop. That's great.
Networking's not happening.
That's great. So Shirley, if you want to jump into networking too, it's
Bye. That's it. You figured it out.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
All right. I before I go, I'm at LinkedIn and I see Jade Ashley.
Yeah.
Yes, Jade Ashley Nicolau.
All right.
Although most people call me, this was a name, I'll tell you the story really quickly. When I was in high school, I've always been a social justice person. I've never not been someone who was like, let's save the whales, save the children, save the planet. That's always been my thing. And in high school, I thought I was our senior class president. I did not run for this position. I was elected president of our senior class. And I said, well, why don't we, instead of making all of the traditional US thing, prom and homecoming about popularity, what if we switched it and made it about like altruism and a way to bring in like the kids that never get seen? Can we bring those kids in and make them our prom court and our homecoming court? You know, it's a big deal in the United States. So I said, can we do this? And my class, we called it ASB. That was our student government name, ASB. And my peers made fun of me and they would go, oh, noble Queen Jade, thinking of her subjects, of her peasants. And that bothered me because that's not my mentality. That was not what I was trying to say. I never thought of myself as anyone that was better than anyone. I was trying to say these people never get recognition at our school ever.
Right.
And so I took that name. I said, okay, well, if you're going to call me Noble Queen Jade, you will call me that for the rest of your life.
Love it. Love it.
So for the rest of, so the name has stuck. And so most people call me Queen Jade.
All right. Well, I'm going to jump out.
Yes.
Wonderful speaking with you. I'll see you later.
Lovely speaking with you.
Take care.
Take care.
Hey, Tala.